let's speak to Samira Ahmed. She's over in New York for us at Wall Street. If I can introduce her. I can. There she is. Samira Hussain. Apologies, Samira. We had a few problems there. You're on Wall Street. A number that is better than expected on some parts, but also below what analysts might have expected.
No, that's exactly right, Ben. You know, we're just outside the New York Stock Exchange, and the numbers are certainly going to be closely watched by those inside. But we're also on Wall Street, which is the financial epicenter of the United States. And people here are definitely looking very closely at those GDP numbers. I'm joined right now by economist Stephen Wood, and he's with Russell Investments. What do you make of the numbers?
I think the numbers are a little bit lighter than the consensus. So if you look at what people are expecting, a little light is kind of in line with what we're looking at. So it's not terribly surprising, but the United States economy, the real economy, is doing okay. We're seeing a lot of political issues coming out of Washington, D.C. So there's been a slowdown in terms of government spending, which has been taking away some economic growth. But housing, energy, and there are certain areas in the United States, maybe to some degree healthcare, which are doing reasonably well.
Well, and also consumer spending did come out quite well, and that's very important for this economy.
I think so. And the big one there is going to be the fiscal cliff, because that was about taxes. The sequester was more about government spending, but people really feel taxes. So that's decelerated a little bit. But again, housing prices have improved. People's personal wealth, how they feel about their wealth has improved. Not a lot, but it is gradually improving. I think also you're seeing the labor market at a very glacial pace begin to heal. So when you start adding it all up, it makes an okay number.
And what are we going to expect sort of moving forward? I mean, we need to see a little bit more growth in this economy. And there is a sense that we might see a little bit of a slowdown. Is that something that you're expecting?
Well, that's been the pattern for the last couple of years, is you get an okay first quarter or a good first quarter, and then it kind of slows down in the second quarter. That's summer swoon, as it were. I don't know that that needs to be the case. I think right now you're probably going to see, more consistent. So maybe that low 2% GDP, maybe getting in the 2.5-ish, 2.3 is a reasonable expectation. I don't know that we need the summer swoon. Also, last year you saw inventories drawn down a lot. So as businesses begin to slowly restock, but positively restock, that could stabilize the numbers a little bit.
So what do you expect, going forward in terms of the growth of the American economy?
I think it's going to chug right along. We don't think it's going to be a V snapback, but we don't see a recession either. So we think it just kind of grinds out for the foreseeable future. But compared to Britain, compared to Europe, compared to China, the United States relatively is going to be a good grower.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. There you have it, Ben. We're seeing some growth here in the United States, and it is slow going, but eventually we're hoping to see some better numbers going forward.
Okay, Samira, good to talk to you. Samira Hussain there in New York. I will get your name right, Samira. Apologies for that.